Hello everyone, welcome back to another Stardew Valley live stream as we go into mod mode tonight. Good to see everybody popping in. Lydia, hello. Victus, slight delay on Victus's video, but we should get that tomorrow. Nancy, good to see you. Adara, always good to see you. Geeky, are you still streaming? You were streaming last time I looked. Did you just get done? Welcome. Good to have you with us as well. All right, so we are in mod mode, so we are also in a little bit of cheating mode here. Tonight's mod of choice is one called Chess Anywhere. But before we get deep into that, I want to talk a little bit about modding and mod philosophy, at least from my perspective, and then we'll start digging in and figuring some stuff out. I left the tractor mod on because I'm going to use that to kind of show or prove a point. So real quick, for those that maybe don't know, but I think most do, modding is usually third-party groups making changes to a core game experience. In this case, the core game is Stardew Valley, and the mods change something about the game. So we'll often use a term called playing the game vanilla. Vanilla usually means you're playing the game as it was released. Now, what's interesting is the modding philosophy happens with the developers as well, right? Stardew Valley 1.6 is a not far different game, but there's a lot of updates and changes that are made in each release to improve the game. And so a lot of modding philosophy is designed around that. It's designed around this idea of creating a game change that will impact the play. So as I was thinking about this today, I got to thinking about what are kind of levels of mod. So we've got vanilla. So that's the game unmodded, right? A lot of people will say that if you're going to play a game for the first time, that is a good place to start playing the game as it was originally intended. One category that I thought of is we have aesthetic or visual mods. Right? Mods that are going to change the game in some way, but not really change the gameplay. So for instance, there's visual mods to change the way the trees look. Does it change the player experience? Sure, it does. Does it change the gameplay functionality? You still have to chop the trees, everything still works the same. Or there's one that changes the buildings to medieval buildings, or updates the character profile. Portraits and stuff like that, right? So yeah, it's one of those things where it's all just visual changes, you know. And so that's kind of a category of mods that you might see. Yeah, take care of yourself. Migraines suck. You know, get to feeling better for sure. Yeah, it's once you go modded, it's hard sometimes to go back to vanilla, for sure. Okay, so we've got visual mods. That's definitely a category. Another category you might run into are what we call quality of life mods, right? Quality of life mods tend to be things that change the game in some way to remove an annoyance, to give more information. Now, I don't have any of those on right now, but for instance, like UI Info Suite, will give you information. The look up anywhere is another one. Quality of life auto runs. If a game doesn't have an auto run, you know, things like that will sometimes change the core functionality of the game. Let's make sure my inventory is not messed up. Okay. So you will see those quality of life mods come in. The third category I was thinking of are content mods. These are mods that add some content to the game. In this case, the famous one for Stardew Valley is Stardew Valley Expanded. Adds a ton of things like that. I was digging through Nexus today. I found one that just extended the secret woods. You know, I found some that just add more dialogue or different things like that. So it's basically taking the existing gameplay experience and expanding upon it. Adding more content, adding more things that you would consume. Oftentimes that might impact the core game, but a lot of that is just like, no, I just want more of the existing game. And then a final category, and these aren't anything official, are ones that fundamentally change the game. Some people, this is the category that's probably the most controversial. These tend to be things like cheaty mods, right? Infinite stamina, infinite health, the fact that I can just warp anywhere I want to go, right? Like, this would fundamentally change the way the game is played if you ran with these on. Now, we are a believer in that in a single player game, play the way you want. I don't judge, you know, do whatever you want. Multiplayer has a little bit different wrinkle to it, but for the most part, in a single player game, play the way you want. All right, so those are some categories. Now, something else I was thinking about is a lot of people will talk about a mod being overpowered. And the one we're going to do tonight, Chests Anywhere, absolutely is potentially overpowered. But that's what I'm going to use the tractor mod for. So we've got the tractor mod, and we're going to set it to its default things, although I'm just going to turn this on so I don't have to deal with it. Okay, so we've seen the tractor before. And I can drive a little tractor. Now, if we kind of look at the speed of this tractor, right? You know, as we kind of cruise along here, and if we jump off the tractor, honestly, it might actually be slower than running. If not, it's about the same. All right, so the default out of the box is that setting. I'm gonna turn this on just so we can see it. Another default out of the box is it will do impact 9 squares, right? So this is increasing functionality over top of what you can do. Now, interesting enough, if you don't have a tool, the tractor doesn't do hardly anything, right? You notice I can drive it around, but outside of that, I can't do anything without a tool. Now, if I do equip a tool, let's go ahead and grab our scythe here, and one of my little squares gets onto a weed, there we go, it uses that tool. So it's expanding the functionality of an existing tool. All right, so that is the default settings. Now, if I wanted to, we could crank this stuff all the way down. Now the tractor actually moves slower, and it only impacts a single square. It'll still do... Can I even get to the weed? Yeah. At this point, it's actually a worse experience. It doesn't do the functionality that it was meant to do anymore, because I can't get to the weed. I might be able to do the hoe this way. Yeah, we could hoe the ground, and that's about it. That's all it will do. So that change has made it so it doesn't really do anything. But what I find interesting about a lot of Stardew mods is a lot of them will have a configuration thing like this so that you can tailor the experience to what you want it to be, right? So if I say, you know what, I think the tractor is going to be overpowered right now. If I don't turn on this, the can summon without garage. If I don't turn that on, if we turn that off, and I jump off the tractor here, I can't use the tractor until I build it. And to build it, let's go ahead and do a little time cheaty here. It's Tuesday. Let's make it Monday. So the creator of this mod made it so that I don't think I've got my normal speed. Okay, so that it acts like a building, like anything else. Uh-oh, did I lose Robin? Oh, she's just not up yet. What are you doing, Robin? Go to work. Robin seems to be stuck. There we go. Guess she hadn't gotten up yet. Now, some of these cheaty mods will also cause issues. Keep that in mind. All right, so as Robin goes to work here. No, she's leaving. All right, let's do a little more cheaty stuff. Warp back to the farm. Oh, cool. Yeah. Hey, Parker. Good to see you. And this, we're going to get into this in the Chest Anywhere mod as well, because it actually makes a huge difference on how the mod works. Let's go to 7:30, or sorry, 9:30. There we go. And so again, we're not doing a tractor mod review here. We're just using the tractor mod as a, we'll sit here, patiently wait, as an example, right? So we've seen the default tractor. Does it add functionality? Absolutely. That 9 squares at a time is actually relatively powerful. It's kind of nice. Okay, so if I come in here to construct farm buildings, the tractor garage is 150,000 gold, 20 iron bars, 5 iridium bars, and 5 backpacks. So if you use the mod as intended, I'm going to air quote intended because it does have settings, you have to build this, and that isn't something you're going to have on the first day, right? The iridium bars alone is going to take you until you probably, well, you're going to have access to the desert for the most part. You could theoretically maybe get it through the quarry, but I don't think so. So this mod is designed to be a mid to mid-late game mod out of the box. But if I want to, I can come in here and I can take this away. You know, that's not the biggest issue, I don't think, but now you'll see it costs no gold, but I still have these requirements. Now in this configuration menu, I don't think there's any way to change the rest of that stuff. But if you wanted to edit the source files, the JSON files and stuff, you could probably make that update as well. So that is something that you could do. All right. I'm just going to turn this back on so that we don't have to, actually, let's build it. Just so we can see it. So we need, what was it? Iron, iridium, and battery packs. Iron, iridium, and battery packs. And I think we left the money as free, right? Yep. Okay, let me check one more thing. Insta bite, insta catch. Oh, okay, yeah, it's on. Insta build. Okay. I don't want to have to wait, is all. Okay, so now we've got our stuff. We can go to our build menu. We'll just put it right there. Now notice it came up as a horse and a stable. Or actually it comes up as a horse and a shipping bin is what it's actually using. So now if I go back to my farm, I can come up here. I can't, oh, I can instantly. There we go. Much like a stable, I can come up, I can get on the tractor, and I can do the tractor-y things, you know, as if I was driving a tractor. Okay. Now, you guys have seen me use this mod before for other reasons. Notice now it also stays that we have the garage, unless I exit this way. There we go, we'll park it. Okay, so the last thing here is, so that's the default functionality, but I have, you know, anything I want to do. If I want to make this so that it is 8 squares, right? That definitely, so now we're getting into the world of, is this overpowered? Probably, right? You know, if I go over to my pickaxe, you know, it does all of that. If I go over to my normal axe, I don't think we have trees on. So if we come in here, we'll look at axe. So fruit trees you probably wouldn't want to chop down. Seeds and saplings you might want to lean, but we'll turn on grown trees. All right, so there we go. Now notice that it didn't suck all that stuff in, right? So if I want to crank up the magnetic radius, now I can suck all the stuff in. But these are player options, so you can decide, you know, is this stuff that you want to change for your playthrough. Now one other thing I want to check, because let's turn infinite stamina off. Alright, so if I come up here, we have got 270 energy, and if we use the right tool, right, that uses up our energy. If we turn our tractor back on, let's just go to that one, and let's go ahead and let's drop this down to something reasonable. Alright, so now if we go find ourselves a rock, so we have 260 energy. So notice that it doesn't use energy, right? So this is an advantage now. So what you have to decide in your playthrough is offsetting the cost of the tractor reasonable to lose the energy consumption, right? So that's something you have to decide on the mod. Now again, we have seen the ridiculous version. You know, if we come in here and we say, fine, I just want ultimate power, and you could crank that up to 1,000,000 if you wanted to. So now if I turn on my scythe, if I turn on my axe, turn on my pickaxe, you know, now we're clear cutting the ground. Alright, so those are all choices you have to make as a player. I do like mod developers that give you some of that choice, though. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now, and let's get on to the... Let's just get the normal chests, and we're going to put one outside here. And I was playing around with outfits on this guy, so we're going to put all those outfits away. Then the rest of this stuff, I think we can just dump. Let's put that in there as well. All right. So on to Chests Anywhere. So what is Chests Anywhere? Chests Anywhere by default is a mod that just allows you to change the way you access chests. So if we look here, you're going to see that the interface has changed a little bit. One of the first things you'll notice here is we have a name that we can give the chests. But let's start looking at some of the settings for this one. Okay, so show hover tips. That is useful. Enable the shipping bin, so you want that in the list or not. Enable sprinkler attachments. So this would be things like your enrichers. Do you want to be able to access that from this menu? Add organized player button, things like that. Now, some of these mods also work together. I have turned the automate mod off, but it does kind of integrate in with this. Okay. Remote access. This is probably the part of the mod that most people think is overpowered. So we'll come back to that in a second. We've got a UI hotkey, reopen the last chest, default categories. This is just stuff to, you know, quality of life a little bit. And then some hotkeys and controls and stuff like that. So not a ton of settings, but there are settings here. Now, what's interesting is we have a lot of options here, which we're going to look at. Disable in mines and skull cavern. This is one of those things that does make it really powerful. If you've been watching my Joja run, I've run on a single inventory row for a long time because I have essentially infinite storage. So let's set ourselves up a test environment here. We have a chest. We're just going to start dropping chests in places. So let's put one here in the house. And we'll just name these as we go. So this is our farmhouse chest. All right. This one out here, we're going to name this one Farm Porch. Oops, I messed that up. Reset. There we go. Farm Porch. All right, I am going to go into a little bit of a cheaty mode here. Let's turn that back on. We're going to turn this up. All right, so we'll just drop a chest here. I could probably just leave these named defaults, but oops. Can't click today. Backwoods. This one is mountains. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more cheaty stuff here. Unlock that. Actually, we don't need to go up there. That's fine. Let's see. Is Linus's tent a different area? It is. All right. Now, obviously, a use case that you're going to see a lot of would be a mining chest. Now, I do this in my first playthrough. I just threw a chest up here so that I could pop out of the mine, store stuff, and go right back. That way I didn't have to go all the way back to my farm, right? So that's our normal mines. We won't put one in the Adventurers Guild. Let's see. We can actually, the quarry is going to be same as the mountains here, but we can kind of cheat our way past that. Okay, so interesting enough, this one, we're going to put it in here, but notice that it's treating this as the same area. But quarry mine, because in the interface, there's the dwarf, and then the other chest is over there. So first thing I want you to notice here is the mines area now has both chests listed. Okay, let's see. Let's head to town. I'm surprised Pierre's isn't on there. Or is it up at the top? Yeah, it's up at the top. All right, we're just going to stick one here. There we go. All right, let's get ourselves down to the beach. So notice that the category, each time we do this, the category is being set to the area. And so this is going to matter when we get into the configuration part of this. Let's go over to Marnie's. Can I get myself to the secret woods through here or not? We can. Actually, let's just reset that so I don't mess it up. Wow, what is my cursor doing? Let's try that again. It's almost like I got a phantom mouse click going there. Okay. That was odd. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. We got the farm, we got the mountains, we got the mines, we got town. Town. Now, we could put them inside of buildings as well. I don't know that we can go in the community center yet. Let's see, advanced. Yeah, it's like, I don't know why it's clicking out of the... Who knows? Could be my computer, it could be the mod, could be all kinds of weird stuff going on. Okay, let's see. Anywhere else? Town's covered, forest, mountain, Ventures Guild, quarry, witches swamp, tide pools. Let's go to the desert. So this is another place that I often put a chest, just so that if I need it. Also, I did Junimo chests in some of these for convenience reasons. All right, then we'll just stick one out here as well. Hey, Classy, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, we got town covered. We got the forest covered. We've got mountain. We've got some stuff. Beach. We got the desert. Let's go to Ginger Island. Now, our house isn't done, so we can't put one there. But notice here it says Island West, right? We'll just say farm. Blue Rose, good to see you. How you doing? All right, Ginger Island. Ooh, the Volcano Dwarf Shop. Okay, I can't put one there. Okay, we can teleport to it. We can't put a chest there. That's probably for the best. Leo's house. Forge. Island Farm. Let's go to Leo's house. All right, let me catch up on chat here in a second. All right, we've got the farm. We got mountains. We got one in town. Desert, Ginger Island. Okay, I think we're pretty covered there. I want to do one more thing, though. Let's go see Sandy again here. And I'm going to build ourselves a shed. So we need 15,300 wood. Wood. Okay, now we have a shed. Perfect. All right, let's go home. And in here, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of just... We're not going to name all these. There we go. Okay, so if we look at where we're at right now, let's catch up on chat real quick. Let's see, Parker. Geeky, saw you. Cozy, saw you slip in. Good to see you guys all. Blue Rose, good to see you. Magic Cowboy Hat. That should be a prismatic Just a prismatic cowboy hat, if I remember right. Yep, prismatic cowboy hat. I think you buy that from the... Is it the Desert Trader? Is that where that comes from? Yeah, magic cowboy hat. 333 Omni Geodes. Yeah. Okay, let's go back home. All right, so let's take a look at what we have created. We have created a chest network now. If I press this B key, you'll notice that it loaded up the last chest I think that I actually opened. So let's check our settings here. And it says reopen last chest, right? If I turn that off, when I do this, it's probably going to go to the top of the list. Let's open up the backwoods chest and we'll put our cowboy hat in that. All right, so now if I open this back up, yeah, it goes back to the farmhouse. Why? It's probably defaulting to... Let's do an experiment here. Probably defaulting to wherever location you're in. So let's stick a chest here. All right. So now if I open up a chest here... Nope, still the farmhouse. Defaults to the farmhouse. So, but if we turn that option back on, which is reopen last chest. So now if I come in here and we say backwoods chest, and I close my interface and open it back up. Oh, I didn't save. Sorry. Hold on. Let's make sure we save things. Reopen last chest. There we go. All right, so now it reopens the backwoods chest. Okay, so what we have created is a chest network, and this is where people get annoyed, upset, perturbed, whatever you want to call it, because I can now say, you know what? That chest that I left on the farm, I'm going to put some wood in that chest. Is that realistic? Probably not, unless you want to lore explain it away. In my Joja run, I called it advanced storage technology that Joja provided. Is it drones? Is it a teleportation system? I don't care. I did it for the convenience. But I can access every single chest across everything here. So if I go to my shed, there's all those chests we put in there. If I want to go and look at what's out in the Skull Cavern, there's the chest I put there. I have access to everything. So let's go ahead and lock this thing down. So I'm going to take this and say none. We're going to go all the way to the bottom of this. Now when I press my B key, nothing's happening, right? If I go to this chest, I open this chest. Now I've maintained the functionality to be able to name them, but notice my categories are gone here, right? If I go into the house, I have access to that chest, but I can't get to anything. So basically what I have now done is in this configuration, the chests act like generic, the only difference being I can actually give them a name. Other than that, this is the way the game works default, right? So again, if we go back here, turn this to all chests. Now from here, I can hit my B key and I can access any chest, any that I've put down. If I want to go to the beach chests and things like that. So, going back to what we talked about earlier, this gives you the ability as a player to say, what am I comfortable with, right? Do I want to make it so that I can access everything, or do I want to make it so that I just want the renaming functionality? It's up to you. So, you know, same thing's going to happen. I can't open that chest over there until I run over to that chest. So that's our first kind of configuration thing that will make this, will change the power level of what's going on with this. Okay. Before we dig deep into the rest of the settings, and we'll probably turn on the automate as well and show how they work, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and I will be right back. Okay, welcome back. So, back into the configuration menu. Here we go. We've got this locked down. So now, again, behaves pretty much like generic functionality outside of, you know, the ability to name the chests. So let's go up a level. So let's open this up, and we're going to say chests within the current location. So let's make that setting. And we'll say OK. And we'll open this up. I can get to the farm porch. I can now get to the shipping bin because that is there. If I notice, again, my category is not listed here. If I go in here and I open this chest, I can now get to all of these chests, right? So if I put that in chest 1 and change to that, so anything in the immediate location, I now have access to. So that was chest 1. But if I open it up back here, I can actually go to chest 1. So if I want to, I can scroll through all of my chests within this building. Now, a lot of times as your storage system grows larger and larger, this would be what I would call a quality of life convenience level of this mod, where it's like, look, could I walk to this one, and then 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 walk to this one? Sure. Or I could just do the same thing here. I haven't really overpowered the game. I've just made things more convenient, right? Same thing. If I go in here, you know, I can now plop down a couple more chests, or one more is fine. You know, I can get to the 2 chests that I've got plopped down in here, and then the one that we named Farmhouse. But in order to use the chest now, I actually have to go to the location. So now I could gain a little bit here in that I put that chest all the way up here. I can access it from down here. So I don't have to be right next to it. So if you had chests spread out over your entire farm, this level would let you get to all of them, right? So for instance, if I came all the way, we should probably clean the farm. Let's go see if we can get to Grandpa's. Can we get to the shrine? All right. Actually, let's put one in here. Let's see. It should be its own location. Yep, farm cave. All right, so on this setting, again, if I go out here, and let's get over, so we'll put a chest all the way over here, right? We'll call this Grandpa's, because it's close. Okay, so the nice part about this is it is more powerful. If I walk all the way over here, and I access this chest, I can get to that Grandpa's chest as well. So anything within this area, I have access to. Deluxe journal. I'm gonna have to check that one out. And yeah, I don't know on the. Yeah, I haven't seen either one of those. Those are cool. Hey, Jen, good to see you. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Have a great night, Geeky. Get some rest. Take care. Yeah, the mods I downloaded a few today. I haven't installed any of them yet that I want to play with. Convenient chests. There was a charity donation thing I'm playing around with. A machine control panel, a UI one, a self-checkout one, a couple of medieval building packs. They all look kind of interesting as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and change to our next level here. So let's go to chests anywhere. Now we're going to say chests within the current world area. All right, so now if I open this up, notice that I have for science and everything that is inside of this world area. So the farm is the world area, but now I can get to the subsections, right? So I can get to all those chests inside of the shed there. Let's go over to, let's just go to the mountains here. All right, so I'm in the mountains. We have our mountains chest that we put out. But I can also get to the tent. So there's Linus's tent. Interesting enough, the game does not consider the mines as part of the mountains world area. Right, so if I come in here, I've got my normal mine chest. Did we put one in the quarry? I thought we put one in the quarry. Maybe we didn't. Let's put one in the quarry. Because it should be part of the mountains area. Mountains. Okay, yep. Okay, so that is good to know that it is treating the mines as a separate world area. So notice the mines are not a subset of the mountains. Now, what should happen though, if we go to Robin's here, and we stick a chest down in the corner there, let's name it just to make sure. Okay, now if we go outside to the mountains, we can see the Robin chest. Oh, it's still seeing me in the carpenter's shop. Hold on. Mountains, there we go. Mountains and quarry chests are there. But again, notice that I have access to the tent and I have access to the carpenter's shop. So there is Robin's chest inside the house because the house is inside of the mountains area. If we go down to town here, what we should get access to is we've got our town chest, but we also have the one we put into the Pelican Center, right? Or the community center, Pelican Center, holy cow. If we go to the forest, let's just go to Marnie's here. We have our forest chest, but notice we don't have a chest for the Secret Woods. The Secret Woods is its own area. If you wanted to get brave and put a chest in here, you could, I guess. There's Marnie's. So same thing now. If I go to the area, anything that's in the forest, in Marnie's ranch. Oh, actually, I do have access to the secret woods. So it does consider the secret woods a subsection of the forest. That's kind of good to know as well. But again, if I go back up to my farm here, now I don't have access to those anymore. Right? I don't have access to anything down there. So that's kind of our third tier of storage solution. So if we go back into the configuration menu here. Okay, so none acts just like the normal game. Chests within the current location is specific. Chests within the current world area is anything in the area you're in and any sub area. So buildings, anything that would be within that area. And then the last one, all chests, is the default. On this one, I can now see anything in the game. So this one is overpowered. So it's one of those that the mod developers give you the ability to customize this. Now let's go out to the desert. So we'll go to Sandy's. And let's go back to this one. Current location. Right, so that just gives us our desert chest. And then if we go to chests within the current world area. So it does not consider the Skull Cavern as a subsection of the desert. Let's do another test here, and hopefully I don't get myself killed doing this. Actually, you know what? We can just cheat. Okay, so if I come in here, I've got my Skull Cavern chest now. We'll put a second chest down just so we know we have our two chests. And I probably don't have the key. Bet you I do now. Okay. So now notice I'm in the Skull Cave, but I can actually see the chests up there at the top. This would make cavern runs a whole lot easier in that you wouldn't have to throw anything away or make any decisions. But that might not be what you're looking for. So again, if we go to, let's go to none. None should mean my key doesn't work. You can't place a chest here, so I don't have any access. We'll go up to the next level. Chest within the current location. You don't have any chests in this area. So because this is a different location, it's not contained within the same world area. If I go to the next level up, chest within this world area, I now have access to that chest at the top. And this would work the same in the normal mines as well, right? So at any level of the mine, I could put stuff up in the top. Could you explain that away? How do you find the secret chests in the Skull Cavern? Are you talking about the treasure rooms that give you the stuff? Those are mostly just, let's see if we can find one here. We're in completely cheaty mode here, so. I don't think I have. Oh, I have an ancient sword. There's two different ones you'll find. Well, there's three different things. You can destroy those, obviously. You'll get what are called treasure levels. Let's see if we can find one here. We should luck up. That might help, but... And then there are special treasure rooms at level 100, 200. There we go. Okay, so this is a treasure room. It's random. So if this is what, if this is what you're talking about, it's just random. I believe you get more of these the higher your luck is. So, you know, we would want to... Oh, I don't think I can put a TV down in here. Let's try. This would be ridiculous, but... Yeah, I can't. You'd want to go on a day where you have the highest luck, very happy spirits. You want a luck buff and stuff like that. You'll get more of these rooms. And then there are special ones at level 100, 200, and 300. Level 100 will give you 1 special chest, 200 will give you 2, and 300 will give you 3. Okay. So notice again, I can put this stuff, you know, up in my skull cavern chest. I can leave the mine, and now all that stuff is stored in here. But that, again, for some people might seem overpowered. So it does give us another thing. So maybe I like that setting, right? For every other area, you know, I like the current world area setting. So I want to be able to, on my farm, access all my buildings. But from this menu, I think this is overpowered. Now, you have a couple of choices here. It's your game. Just don't use it. That's an option. But the mod developers did give us disable in mines and skull cavern. Right, so let's set this to all chests. But we're going to set this. And we're going to drop down here. And now I can't access any of the chests. Right? Even though I have all chests available, because I'm in the mine, it has disabled it. Right? So that setting is nice if you want to keep your mining and skull cavern pure. I have not played with this one yet. So let's see what it does. Let's see if we can type. That was horrible. I got a sticky key there. I get double characters. And then you can separate these with a comma. So let's see if this works. So if I come out here. Okay, so notice now I'm in the desert. I can't access I can't even access that chest that's right next to me with the key. Now, I could still access the chest itself, but if I put down another chest over here, and I open that one, notice I can't get to that chest. Now, if I go back in there, and we take that back out, now it's going to go back to, I can access every chest. So I have configuration availability here, right? Let's say I just wanted to go to the current location. That's my default. Well, now I can get to these 2 chests, but I can't get to this one, right? Or if I like the world area version, right now I can get to, yeah, okay. So that's a different world area. So I have that functionality as well. If you would like to, let's say you wanted to do the desert, and I think it's just called Skull Cave. We'll check that. If you separate those with a comma, let's see. Yeah, it worked because I don't have access to them. So we've got our things set to, let's go to all chests, everything, right? Notice my category has gone away. And I can only access this one chest. I can't even access the one right next to it. If I come down here. Okay, it didn't disable that one. Interesting enough. Skull Cave. Okay, let's look at that setting again. Disable in location names. Let's try this again. I don't know that capitalization matters, but... Okay, so in here, it's undone. Down here, it's not. Okay, so that's interesting. So it's treating this as a sub area. We'll have to test this on the farm as well. But if I wanted, again, if I want that one, there's a setting for that, which makes it so I can't access. So we do have that option. All right, let's go test this on the farm. Because I'm curious now. Let's reset this stuff back. And let's go back home. Okay, from here, I have access to everything again. So let's go back. What's the name of this world area? For Science Farm. Actually, let's try this. This is just called shed. Okay, let's try shed. Okay, so now I can't access. I've locked out the functionality. Notice I only have one chest listed there. Now let's come out here, though. So I still can get to it from outside, but it doesn't go the other way. So that setting is if you are in this area, it disables the chest. Now I'm curious here. Let's go to Marnie's. Not Marnie's part, sorry, Robin's. And I think we stored our... Didn't we store our wood in Robin's chest here? Only 19 wood. Somewhere we've got wood stored, but... Oh, I think it was just in my inventory. Alright, so let's go ahead and build ourselves another shed. Oh, we're so rich. Yeah, there's good. All right, home again, home again. Can't skip it because we had to make a choice. Although it's interesting, you can skip the pet one. Okay, let's go in here. Okay, so sheds are all considered one area potentially here. This is interesting. All right, so if we... So we have shed 1 and shed 2. So it did name them. That's nice. So there's shed 2 where we put our 3 chests in. And there's shed 1 that has our 12. Now here's something we should try. Let's change this now to shed number 1. Will it take that? Nope. All right. It is shed number 1. Okay. So the world area is considered shed number 2. So I think it categorizes all of a single type of building. Yeah, so I can't lock down just a single shed. So if we set this to shed, I can't access chests from that shed. And I can't access chests from that shed. But I can access into the sheds. So anyway, so that's that setting. If you wanted to get very customized. And again, just separate them with a comma if you want to do more than one. Oh, are we getting up there? Oh, we are at 9 likes. Yeah, we will chicken rave at 10. Well, at least it's not... Yeah, if you get that frontal one sucks. That's really, really rough. Okay, let's see. Anything else down here? Again, this is just hotkeys and stuff like that. So, let's try this sprinkler attachment thing. We haven't tried that yet. So let's get a sprinkler... sprinklers, and then I think they're called enhancers. And are they listed in the sprinkler section? Magic sprinkle shirt. All right, what do they call it in here? Attachments. Let's try that. Nope. Oh, 13. You guys rock. Okay. Well, let's get this fixed and then we will rave. Let's see. Warp locations. Wow, it won't let me go to the walnut room. It probably won't let me in. Abandoned Joja Mart. I might not be able to get in there. Okay, well, what if I just tell that I have perfection? You let me in now? Nope. Okay. We'll have to look it up a different way. But we have something to deal with first. Let's get back home. All right. 13 likes. We do appreciate it. Thank you for your support. It's time to chicken rave, everyone. If you're new to the channel, Chicken Rave is a community event that happens every time we hit some kind of a milestone, whether it's in-game or in-channel. Very much appreciate the support. We've got 20 concurrent, 40 total views, and 13 likes. That's actually a really, really high conversion rate, so we do appreciate that. Let's see, do I have my surprise? I need my surprise. Is it surprised? There we go. Let's go to Big Chicken Rave. There we go. Big Chicken Rave. Everybody dance. We'll do a mini chicken rave at 15. That's only 2 more. Yeah, large chicken. We gotta get the large chicken going. I'm still working on my dancing chicken. He's just still not right. I want to get him a little cleaner. The image transition isn't quite working in OBS. I might just have to make a little animation of it and just play the animation. That's actually switching sources in OBS, and it's just not quite working the way I want it to. So. But we can chicken rave to the right. We can chicken rave to the left. There we go. And we can chicken rave back and forth. Awesome, awesome, awesome. In all seriousness, we do appreciate it. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. I need to look up the name of an object. Let's see. Walnut Room. Stock. Where's your stock? Quests. Casino. There we go. Okay. Those are the quests. There's the stock. Isn't that where you get them? I know you... They're Enricher. Oh, okay. It's not an enhancer. It's an enricher. Enricher. That's what we're looking for. Alright. Thank you, Wiki. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Children crave the raves. All right, so I've not played with these yet. Okay, so there's my enricher. And so theoretically, can't you put fertilizer in those, right? Isn't that what they're for? Basic fertilizer. Okay, so that's working as intended. Now, theoretically, if we have this set up, we have all chests, and we're over at the bus. You know, we're heading to town, and we're like, oh no, I forgot to put fertilizer in my enricher. I can open this up. We can go to the Force Science Farm. I can go to the enricher, and so I have access to that. Now, again, just like everything we've been talking about, if you think that is game breaking or you think that's too much, we can turn that off. So now, if I go to the farm for science, there we go. Now you'll see that the enricher is no longer listed. So again, it gives you just some customizability for you to decide, you know, how you want to play. So that is, I think, the last of the major settings. Let's take this off. We'll see what that does. I think it adds a button down here. Let's turn it back on. Yeah. So it adds a button here to organize your inventory if you want such things. Hover tooltips. Okay, so that is on the chests themselves. So you'll notice if I put my cursor over this, I get nothing. But if I have that on, now it tells me which chest is I'm hovering over, right? Or at least it was. Show hover toolkits. All right. Worked on that one. Oh, I might still have it shut off in the shed. Hold on. No, that should be fine. All right, interesting. Let's go test it on this one up here. That one's working. Wonder if it's mad at me because we did a bunch of weird stuff on the shed area. Oh, you know what it is? It only pops up if you've renamed the chest. So this still has its default name. But if we rename it... Okay, now it shows up. So if it has its default name, it doesn't get a tooltip. Okay. Okay, something else that we can do. Let's do that in here. And we'll name this one table. Let's say for some reason your list is getting crazy, right? So in the farmhouse, we've got 3, but I really don't want the bed chest to be part of this. I can just say hide this, and if I save, now if I click on this, you'll notice the bed chest is no longer in the list. If I hit my B key, it's no longer in the list. I can still go and access this chest manually, and then I can get to the other stuff, but I can't get back to it, right? So if for whatever reason you had some chests that you just don't want to see, you can actually take them out of the list. So we've got that. Turn that back on, and now we can see them all. Something else that we can do just for ease of use, if we come over here. Yeah, the shed's not working, I don't think. So, okay. So our chests are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But if I click on each one, looks like a 5-digit number. So you can have 99,999 levels. But if we put this one at level 100, now it is going to be, these are all priority or listing number 0. So you can actually decide the order. So the physical order doesn't matter. The names don't matter. You can put the chests in whatever order that you want, just by giving them numbers. Now, something I did on my farm is, like, if I were going to do this, I would probably do something like this. I would make chest 1. I'd make this one 20. And I don't think I saved that. I did. Yep. Okay. I would make this one 30. You know, and so on. We'll go through 5 here. Make this one 40. Or even, you know, if you really wanted to do this, since we have such big numbers, right? Make this, you know, 100 or 1,000, some large number. And the reason we're going to do this, let's go ahead and do these. We'll do hundreds. Because right now they're numbered and it probably doesn't make a lot of sense. But let's say I have all these named different things and I decide that I want in my order to have a chest between chest 1 and chest 2. But if I've numbered these 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's say I have 30 chests all the way to 30. Well, I'd have to take chest number 3 and rename it to 4 or reorder to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. But now what I can do, because this is 100 and this is 200 and this is 300, let's say I want to insert this chest between 2 and 3. I can just say, you know what, put that one at 250. So I have open slots between my chests. That way I can just keep putting them in and reordering them and thing. I think I did by 10s in my Joja run, but that does give you that functionality as well. And again, I can get to those from here and different things like that. Okay, let's do something here then. Chest number 12. We're going to edit chest 12. It right now is in shed number 1. Shed, I'm going to name this to shed storage. All right, so now you know shed storage has shown up on our list. If we go to shed number 1, chest number 12 is no longer in the list. Now it's still in there, right? Chest number 12 physically is right there. Nope, sorry, right there. So it's still physically located, but as far as this is concerned, it no longer shows up on this list. It shows up in its own place. So what you can do is you can actually create custom storage. So let's say I wanted to say, you know, let's open this back up. Shed storage. I've got chest 12. If I go to shed number 2, and let's say I want this one in shed storage. So I can create custom categories here. And for whatever crazy reason, I've decided that I want the tent also to be in shed storage. All right. So now if I go to shed storage, I have access to chest 3, chest 12, and Linus's tent. It's my own little custom category. If I go to shed number 2, you'll notice that chest 3 is no longer listed there. I've never tried this. Let's see. Can I list a chest in more than one category? Let's see. Shed. Let's go to shed storage. Chest 3. Chest 12. There we go. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Nope, it just created a whole nother category. So the comma thing does not work in that sense. So you can't put a chest in more than one section. But this is nice because if you have a whole bunch of, let's say, production, or let's say you have fishing chests and you have fishing chests in all your favorite fishing spots, you could just create a fishing category and put them all in one section so that they're easier to get to. Ah, no problem. Lurk away. Lurk away, my friend. The other thing I didn't talk about is you can also use hotkeys. So if I use my left and right arrows, you'll notice that I'm cycling through the chests. And if I use my up and down arrows, I can cycle through my categories. Right? So you can just kind of go through all of these. Let's go to shed number 1. It has a lot of chests. All right. Last thing I want to test real quick, just in the basic configuration here. And then we're going to try some things out. I got an idea I want to try here. Let's get ourselves some Junimo chests. Everybody's favorite, because you have 999 of those. We can plop that down there. Pop out here. Shed 1. Now we have Junimo chest number 1. So we have access to that as well. All right, that's most of the basic configuration stuff that I can think of. Let's clear this out. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick break. Then when we get back, we're going to try to start actually building some things, actually doing some configurations to see how this might work. And then we'll also turn on the automate mod as well. Hey, Queen, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So give me a couple minutes. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So we need to, let's dump some of our just crap we're carrying around here. I'll just call this bulk storage. I think we're going to need the wood. Let's go see Robin. We need to build some stuff. Alright, chicken coop, wood and stone. I should know that. Build. Alright, let's build ourselves a chicken coop there. And I think one more just to be very complete. We ran out of wood. Unacceptable. Okay, now let's get some upgrades. Probably gonna need some more stone. And we're probably gonna need some money. That should be enough. Big coop. And deluxe coop. 15? It hasn't worked over to me yet. Not that you are not correct. Sometimes YouTube can be a little slow to update things. Mine still says 14. But you know what? We're about to go buy chickens. And if we're going to buy chickens, we have to chicken rave, so. So hopefully it updates by the time we buy our chickens. Let's see, Marnie's. I don't think I can just place a chicken. Hold on, let me check. That would be cool, but nope. I have to do this manually. All right, Marnie, what are you doing? Go to work. There's 15. Wow, mine was slow. All right, we will chicken. We'll do a chicken rave after we buy chickens. We'll put 4 in each one. What's that? Chitchy. Chitchy. Gumbus. We'll fill up the coops and then we'll vote for the favorite name that the game gives us, and we'll rave to that particular chicken. Caw. That's minimalistic. Zover. Chasey? Chasey? Not sure on that one. Jumbo. Purdy. Or Rurdy. Oh, I thought it was Purdy. Rurty. That's a little weird. That was 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. One more. We're not going to put all 12 in the big coop. I think I went the wrong way. Copper bar. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Home again. Let's go down to our chickens. Actually, we'll just go in here and talk to our chickens. There's our little chickens. All right, we are at 15 likes. Thank you, everybody. We do appreciate it. We'll do this version of the chicken rave. we'll save the text version for the, what you call it, the 20. All right, we'll chicken rave while we say hello and friendship all of our chickens. Hello, frickin' friend chickens. Hello, friend chickens. Hello, friend chickens. All right, we need to get some hay for our chickens. All right, chicken rave. 16 already. You guys are already pushing me to 20. Okay, so a couple of tests we want to do here. Let's go ahead and turn the chickens loose so the chickens can do chicken things. And we will also, we'll spoil our chickens with bluegrass. They deserve it. Eat up, my little friends. You're not going to feed your chickens well while I have them. It's the treat. Okay, there we go. All right, now we need our... Oh, evidently you can plant bluegrass on your porch. That's weird, but okay. All right, we need to go ahead and get our chickens to mature up here. So let them come outside, eat some bluegrass. All right, while they're eating, we have to decide what our favorite chicken name is. We've got Pally, Jumbo, Gimsy, Prake, Frasa, Ka, I guess Chashi, Gumbus, Chitchi, Zover, Zillis, and Rurti. So post your favorite chicken name in the chat. And we got Dudley the cat. Pally, Jumbo, Gimsy, Prake, Frasa, Ka, Chashi, Gumbus, Chitchi, Zover, Zillis, and Rurti. We gotta vote for Gumbus. Gumbus takes an early lead. Gumbus is pretty good. I'm liking Jumbo. Ka, Savage comes in with a Ka vote. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. All right, they had to have eaten enough grass by now. Let's go ahead and sleep another night. Oh, we got another vote for Gumbus. Oh man, Classy, I'm sorry. I completely missed your question. Yeah, so the galaxy weapons. This will give us something to do while our chickens are eating. Okay, so arguably, you have 3 routes you can go, right? Whether you want to go daggers, hammers, or swords. So the Galaxy Sword and its upgrade, the Infinity Blade, are the sword version. So you can see 60 to 80 and 80 to 100 damage. You've got the Galaxy Dagger and the Infinity Dagger. Lydia will tell you all stab, all dagger, all the time. Then you got the Galaxy Hammer and you got the infinity gavel. Basically, a lot of it is style, right? Like, your sword has, you know, relatively quick attack, and then it has the ability to block. So your right click does a block. Your galaxy or your daggers are much faster, right? You can see how many, like if I spam click there compared to my sword, you know, it's just faster. And then my right click is like this turbo stab mode. So I think the dagger is probably your most offensive, because it drops a lot of hits really, really fast. Then our hammers, you know, hammers are slower, right? But it does have a right click that does a big area smash. So you have an area attack that hits with the hammer. Now I don't know if you would consider this an exploit, but if we zoom in here and we do our right click smash, you'll notice that it hits like twice. Let's do it one more time. All right, now, if I right click and then spam click my left mouse button, watch what happens. See if I can get my timing on this. I got 3 in that time. I think I got 4 in that time. You can actually get more hits in on your special attack if you spam right click or spam left click after you hit the right click. Let me try one more thing. Hold on. I gotta change a software setting here for this to work. Stardew. Where's my Stardew settings? There they are. All right, let's see how many I can hit this time. That must have been 5. I don't know. That's a lot of hits. That was like 4 or 5, I think. Okay, so those are your 3 categories of weapons, right? So a lot of it is speed. You know, this is the slowest. Like, that's as fast as that can go. This is the next fastest. You can see it's a little bit faster. And then this thing, that's as fast as you can click it. Like, however fast you can click your button, you can hit with the daggers. Basically infinite speed. And then again, the sword's right click is a block. The dagger is like a turbo hit. And the hammer is the big smash that does area. Then based off of that, you know, again, sword is 60 to 80, and then the galaxy or infinity version's 80 to 100. This is 30 to 40 and 50 to 70. And then this is 70 to 90 and 100 to 120. In general, if I had to categorize these, you've got each hit does less, but more hits. You've got your kind of middle of the ground, and you've got your hits a lot slower, but does more damage per hit. So a lot of it depends on that. Also depends on what kind of trinkets you want to run. You know, so Lydia is a dagger user, and she has hers set up so that she uses daggers, which means things are going to get close to you. But she has a defensive build set to counter that, right? So yeah, come in close. You can't hurt me, and then I'll just rip you apart with the stab. I think the sword does a better job of just keeping things away from you, because it's got a little bit bigger range, and you can knock things back. And then usually these have the biggest knockback. Yeah, and so yeah, the Infinity versions are just the upgraded versions of the Galaxy versions that you can do with the Forge. All right, let's get inside. We'll sleep again here. Keep our chickens maturing. We gotta get some eggs laying. Yeah, so you're getting a lot of hits. Okay, we got adult chickens. That's good. Okay, that auto-populate. We have eggs. That's cool. All right, so back to our thing here. So we should now have chicken coops, but there's no storage in any of them. Okay, so by default, it's not seeing anything in here as storage. So let's go ahead and we'll drop a chest in each one. So yeah, Lydia's a dagger fan. I like hammers personally. I don't know that one's better or worse. It's just that's what I like. So. Okay, there we go. Coop 1, Coop 2, and Deluxe Coop. So inside there we got chest 1. We've got chest 2. And we got chest 3. So we can't see our hay, which is probably what I would have expected. Okay, next thing we want to do here is we're going to get some auto grabbers. And we're going to get these set up. And not that it's going to matter, but we'll put a little bit of hay in there. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, let's go ahead and go back to sleep. And now, in the morning, our auto grabber should kick in. Okay, so now, if we look in our coops. Coop 1, auto grabber 1. So notice it picked up my eggs. Coop 2, auto grabber 1 is going to pick up my eggs. And Deluxe Coop, auto grabber 1 picked up my eggs. So if I wanted to, I could set myself up. Let's say in this shed, we wanted to create ourselves, you know, some mayonnaise processing. And we're gonna go old school here. All right, so the old way would be I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna open up the auto grabber. I'm gonna grab my eggs. Actually, let's do an experiment here. Let's grab the eggs out of that one. And now, does it still show up? Okay, I still can't access it. So, and I can put eggs back in it. Interesting. You can't access those if they're empty. And then I would come over here and I would go to my mayonnaise machine and I would put my egg in and it would process, right? With the Chess Anywhere mod, I can stand here at my processing and I could say, you know what? I'm going to go to Coop 1, Coop 2. We'll grab our eggs. Coop 3. We'll grab our eggs. And then if I wanted to, I could just store them all in here. And then as my stuff gets done, you know, I could just put them in my machines. So that is an easier way to deal with your harvesting. Now, if you've got auto grabbers, you're probably later in the game anyway. Well, we already got more eggs in there. Huh. Not sure why. Weird. All right, let's sleep again and see if our auto grabbers grab those eggs. Or did it leave the eggs from that were already on the ground? Maybe it doesn't know how to deal with... Yeah, I bet you that's what it is. I bet you can only grab new eggs. So the ones that were already on the ground before when we put the auto grabber in, it doesn't know how to pick them up off the ground. It's just intercepting them going to the ground, so. All right. I think we got all those. Oh, I've got basically I've got time frozen. so I don't have to deal with it. Completely cheaty. We're in full-on cheat mode for that. Okay. So now I have my auto grabbers. And we got mayonnaise done. Okay, so we're gonna try something here. So so that's one way you could use this, right? You could use it to, instead of having to go to every building, you could just harvest from the menu system, right? With all the things that we talked about. Oh yeah, no, it's a mod. So I've got a mod called Cheats Menu. This thing, the Cheats Menu is how I do stuff like, you know, I can warp up to the mountains. It is completely game breaking. I don't use it in any of my real playthroughs. I use it when we're doing these reviews and stuff. Same thing with this, right? Like I can access any item in the game. You know, if I want to get 999 statues of perfection, I can, because it's all in these cheat menus, but they're not in the default game. They are called CJB Cheats Menu and CJB Item Spawner are the two that do a lot of that. And then Chests Anywhere is the mod we're actually reviewing today. Nice. Yeah, Skull Cavern runs are fun. It is, like I said, for what we're doing, it is great. It would make, I think, again, we are a believer in play the way you want to play. Everybody should. It makes the game pointless. Like, I can come in here if I want to, and I can just give myself everything. If I want to just say, you know what? I think me and Abigail should have 10 hearts. I can just do it. It's very, very cheaty. Nothing wrong with it. It's just like I can turn the weather on and off. You can auto water crops. You can make things instantly processed, which we're going to do here in a second. All right. I'm going to save one more time, and then I'm going to exit the game, and I want to turn on the automate mod. So let's save here. I got an achievement for doing that. So I'm just going to exit out. This should just pop up the logo. I'm going to turn the automate mod on, and then we'll jump back into game here. It'll take a second because it has to reconfigure the mod setup. Yeah, like I said, I am a proponent for play the way you want to play. Actually, I'm going to take a quick break while this loads up because this is going to take a little bit. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I went ahead and killed the game. That's a good question, Dread. So I'll show you what I do. Hold on, let me see if I can just get my screen share working here. I normally don't run full screen, but for this, I think I can turn it on. Actually, can I just... Let's turn this on. Full screen app. Where is the configuration? Specific window. Let's see if this works. It's not full screen, so it might not capture it. Capture window. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be popping on. Okay, let's do it a different way then. We'll just do display. There we go. That'll work. Okay, this is the software I use. Are you doing the mods on your Switch or on the PC? Because on the Switch, I don't know. On the PC, this is what I use. It's a software called Stardew. So what I do in here, so I basically, these are all the mods. Okay, yeah. So these are all the mods I have installed. So I put all of these mods in my mod directory, just like you would, you know, normal modding, right? So they're all in there. So like in here, I have a profile for Joja, where I have turned on the mods that I want to use for the Joja run, right? So I have, you know, I have a profile for all the mods. I have a profile for none of the mods. This was when we did last week, when I did the automate, I just turned on those mods. And so right there, it's a separate program. You can get it, I think, off Nexus Mods. Hold on, let me look. But you don't put this in your mod directory. This is actually installed, and I run this separately as another software. Where did I get it? Hold on, Stardew. Is it that one? That's not it. I'll find a link to it and throw it up in Discord. I'm not seeing it right off. Do I have it saved somewhere? Let me look. But I'll throw it up in Discord. Anyway, so there's some configuration you have to do. So for instance, I've got this set up, and then this button will launch the Stardew or the mod API exe, and I've got that linked into Steam and all that kind of stuff. So what I do is I just click on all these things, the ones I want on. So I just turned automate on. And then up here, I click run, and then that runs the SMAPI mod configurator, and it only installs the mods that you want to use. So I'll find the link to it though. Someone else recommended it a month or two ago, right? And so now it has run Stardew. And again, I've got a separate entry in Steam for the SMAPI exe so that you still get your achievements and stuff like that. And now if we open up our save here, actually if we go back, we should be able to get to, so now you can see it's added automate, but it only added the mods that I had checked on, right? So that's how I do it. That way I never have to take them out of the directory. The Stardew manages it for me. All right, let's turn the display capture off. Yeah, I can put up a way to do that as well. Basically, you have to add it into Steam as an external game. There's also a command line you can put in to do it, but there's a couple different ways to do that. Oh, it's raining. I just don't want to deal with the rain. I could just shut the rain off, I think, but... Yeah, if you're always moving stuff in and out, it's definitely nice. Okay. So we just installed a new mod, Automate. Automate is one that we covered last week, so if you want to see us go deep into what Automate is, you can do that. We are going to... We usually turn off our shipping bins, because sometimes that'll cause a mess. Now, last week I talked about things I liked and didn't like on this, and one of the things is I wasn't able to build the chains that I want. But I want to try something here. So we're going to put a Junimo chest out here. And then we're going to set ourselves up a mayonnaise empire. Because I love the mayonnaise. Okay. There we go. It's so hard to move just a little ways when you have your speed set that high. Now, obviously, in the normal game, you would never want to do what I'm doing because you couldn't get to the machines, right? You couldn't get to them to harvest. But we're using mods, so... Move, chicken. Really? Fine. Stay there. Okay, so we got our little mayonnaise empire set up. So what I'm hoping to do here... is we have our auto grabber. I should be able to Junimo chest next to the auto grabber. Now the Junimo chest has eggs in it. The auto grabber is empty. That has eggs. But why is it not pulling? Okay, let's do a test here. Let's make sure our mayonnaise system is working. Everything looks green. Alright, let's grab a single egg. Okay, something's not working there. So, let's check our configuration. Shipping bin. Auto grabbers are on. Alright, we got our priority all out of whack. Let's see if... I did put down the right thing, right? Yeah, it turns eggs into mayonnaise. Okay, well, let's see. No, don't eat the egg. Have a good one, Classy. Thanks for swinging by. Okay, what have I done that has upset the game? Okay, mayonnaise machine. Put one egg in. Okay, why aren't those working? Oh, those are auto grabbers. Jeez, moron. Because I put the wrong thing down, that's why. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You always check the obvious before you start blaming the game. Let's put the right machine down. It just proves I'm human. See, that's all. Trying to keep you all on your toes. Okay, let's try this again, but with the right stuff. Mayo machine. There we go. This'll work better. Alright, so as soon as I touch this chest with this machine, it should fire. There we go. Okay, that's doing what we want. So we'll build our super mighty mayonnaise production system here. And I was looking today for some filtering, inventory filtering mods. There's one that looks interesting. Oh, we got our diagonal. So our Junimo chest connected there. Okay, let's move the Junimo chest. Okay, so if we drop a Junimo chest into this system, what we should be able to do now is anywhere we have an auto grabber. So this has eggs in it. What should have happened is, yep, the auto grabber moved them into the Junimo chest, and then they teleported via Junimo magic over to, you're going to watch it, over to here. So what should happen, let's go ahead and cheat a little bit here. We're going to turn on fast processing just so it gets done. There we go. Oh, and it put the mayonnaise into the chest. Oh, that's even better. I figured it'd put it back in the Junimo chest. Let's test that version, but that is awesome. Okay, let's move that out. So now if we sleep here, what should happen is all of our auto grabbers will fire. I probably can't get out before all this happens. Yep, all of our auto grabbers fired. They moved the eggs to the Junimo chest. Then this Junimo chest went into the mayonnaise processed, and put it back in the Junimo chest. Okay, let's do another little test here. Let's turn off that instant fire there. That way we can see stuff happening. Hey, Victus, have a good night, man. Are you going to... Hopefully you do the premiere tomorrow, so... Alright, so there you go. Okay, so some of our chickens were mad because it rained and I didn't put hay in their coops. But you see how we got 4 processing there, right? So if we go in here, we should get 16 now. Yep, so there we go. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, I think we have some upset chickens at us. Because I didn't feed them. And I didn't let them eat. I didn't wait long enough. Okay, so auto grabber in a Junimo chest. You could probably take care of most of your... configuration. Now, obviously, this would be late game as well. Right? Okay, let's go ahead and get these to auto finish real quick. Okay, they did feed back into the Junimo chest, so the next test we're going to do here... 2 more tests, actually. Let's bring that back into the system. Alright, all the chickens should have eaten by now. Alright, all the chickens lay their eggs. The eggs move into the Junimo chest. The Junimo chest moves them into the mayonnaise machine. Alright, we have 26 and 32 in our chests, so we'll go ahead and turn on processing here. What did I say, 26 and 32? Oh, I must have to leave the menu. I was hoping it would just fire while I was in the menu, but... Alright, mayonnaise completed. Let's turn that back off. Yeah, 26 and 44. So actually, this is awesome. So it's gonna... It prioritizes the normal chest for output. So you don't have to worry about your Junimo chest filling up with your end products. So you could set your Junimo chest up to collect cheese, eggs, all that kind of stuff. Then it feeds the machines. When the machines get done, they feed this, and then you just grab that and you say shipping bin, ship and sell. Okay, I like that. Now obviously, again, Junimo chests are a later game item. You're not going to have that right away, but this actually works pretty well. So okay, let's talk about a couple of things that Automate and Chests Anywhere do for each other. So the first thing here is if we open up our Chests Anywhere, you're going to notice if I edit here, there is now an Automate section that has been added to these. And so you can decide 2 things. Is Automate allowed to put stuff in the chest, and is it allowed to take stuff out of that chest, right? So actually, if this didn't work, what we could have done is we could have just said for Junimo chest 1 here. Oh, nope, it doesn't give me the option. So that's interesting. I would say I would just make it so you can't put anything in this, only take stuff out of it. Is that true of the ones inside as well? Yeah, it's not listed there. That's interesting. So it is treating Junimo chests a little bit different. Let's see if there's anything in here. So it's got separate settings for the bins. And okay. It's got Junimo hut behavior. Move the Junimo huts into chests. Move from chests. Auto detect. Seeds, fertilizer, and gems. Yeah, that's for the huts, though. I don't think that's for the bins. Okay, auto grabbers. Yeah, that's fine. Bushes, cast, charcoal, cheese. Dehydrators, fish ponds, furnaces. Hay hoppers. More furnaces. Oh, incubators. You could actually auto feed your incubators, although you still have to go in and name the animal, so I don't know you gain a lot there. Alright, there's the Junimo hut. Kegs, lightning rods, looms. Yeah, I don't see any separate listing for the Junimo chests. That's the one thing I wish this had a little bit more functionality on. We talked about this last week. Is it seems like there's more that could be done with the chest system there. that doesn't exist over here, but let's check and make sure. Tool chips. Yeah, I don't see anything Junimo listed over here as well. But anyway, this actually I dig. Now, before you get the Junimo chest, we could do it like we did before, right? You could just, you know, I could stand here, basically. I could open this up and I could say, okay, Coop 1, give me the eggs. Coop 2, collect the eggs. Coop 3, collect the eggs. That saves me from having to go in, manually do it. Once I have all of those, then I just go to my farm and, you know, if I named this something like Mayo machines, right? So now I could actually say Mayo machines. I could throw my eggs in there. Bang. Out they go. So it would still save me. Even without the Junimo automation, it would save me. But the Junimo teleportation, as long as you didn't get the Junimo chest full, but it doesn't look like the machines want to put stuff back in there. Let's test that. Let's get some cheese. No, we need milk. Let's get milk. We'll get milk and cheese presses. So let's do the same thing here. Let's go ahead and put the right thing down. We'll just, let's just do it with like 3 here. All right, test number 1. Let's turn on our cheese press. All right. I put a milk in. Into the cheese press it goes. And back into the Junimo chest. No, it went all the way down here. Okay, because this is all connected. All right, test number 2 then. Let's put a Junimo chest over there. All right, so now we're not connected to that system. We'll put in the milk. Into the cheese press it goes. Oh, did that work? Holy cow. Okay, that is actually kind of cool. All right, I'm going to move this for a second. Okay. If I put milk in here, not all of that milk. That would be crazy. I put a milk in there. It goes to the cheese press. It goes back into the Junimo. Right? And then, if this chest is in the system, okay, let's put another milk in. Nope, not all the milk. Into the cheese, into the Junimo. Okay. It's not doing 100% what I thought it was going to do. So once the cheese is in the Junimo chest, it won't auto-transfer it out. But if the machine can see a chest, it was transferring it out, right? So here's what's happening. When we put milk in this Junimo chest, it goes into the machine, back into the Junimo chest, to this Junimo chest, then back out into this system. Right? So there's no cheese in there. Boink, boink, and into there it goes. Now, my question here is, I'm going to water the chest. If we move that out of the system, and we just put a chest there, And I put a milk in. Yeah, it found its way to the chest, so... And actually, let's see if this works the other way as well. If we go and finish this mayo... Into the Junimo chest it went. And then it transferred over to there. Okay. So if you have Junimo chests in your system, the machines will put stuff in the Junimo chest unless there's a normal chest. Then it prioritizes that. So let's do this now. Let's move this one back into the system. We're going to empty that out. And we're going to empty that out. Okay. We need to get some eggs. And I also need to clean out my inventory. Let's see. All right. Let's start over here. 10 eggs into the Junimo chest. Boink. Out they go. And they went where? They went to that one for some reason. Alright, milk into here. Cheese went there. Okay, this one's named Mayo Machines. This one's named Chest 1. So let's try something here. We'll name this one ZZZ. Okay, still prioritize that one. Now that one was the last one we put down, so let's try this. Let's put a new chest here. Take our cheese out of that one. Nope. Nope. Okay, so let's now try... actually, let's try milking this chest. And it is still going there. Okay, let's try eggs. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it some kind of distance thing? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what if we pull up? Let's do this. Let's pull this one up. And then we're going to build ourselves a cheese press line way over here for some reason. And then we'll put a chest down here. There we go. Not that I would probably have more than one chest in the system anyway. We're definitely in testing mode here. Okay, so where did that mayo go? It's not there. You know what? Is it just doing left to right? It might just be doing left to right. Okay, let's see. Left to right in screen space. So let's put a chest here. I think it is. All right, so let's take this one out of the system. So now this one is the leftmost chest. Yeah, it's just going left to right. So whatever chest is the farthest left in the space. So that is good information to have, though, because you could start to... You might be able to actually use that to your advantage, right? And how you set up your systems. Okay, so if there is a normal chest, if there's a Junimo chest in the system, it will go to a normal chest over a Junimo chest, right? This Junimo chest is the farthest left. And even if we have, let's see, let's put mayo in there. Actually, we need to put that mayo in there because we have large eggs. Even with mayo in there, no, it did. Okay. 70. Oh, sorry. Eggs. Okay. So, and this is actually listed in the mods somewhere, I think on the page. If it can't figure out a priority, it will always put it in a stack that is already there. If there's not a stack there, it appears to be prioritizing normal chests over Junimo chest, right? If we clean that out. So normal chest over Junimo chest. If there's not a normal chest in the system, then it will put it in the Junimo chest. So Junimo chest is the lowest priority in the list. Okay. Well, this is quite a system. So theoretically now, the way we've got this set up, if I sleep, we should get mayonnaise in that chest down there at the bottom. Because we should get new eggs. The auto grabbers grab the eggs. We sold some mayonnaise. And these should have already processed by now. Yep, there's our new mayonnaise. Yeah, it's not northernmost. I think it's west to east, because this one's farther south. And you probably posted that a while ago, but... All right. I'm digging this as a general setup. Now, again, this is a relatively expensive setup. To get this to work, we have 3 auto grabbers. We have 4 Junimo chests. This one's just extra. That would be pretty late game to get this all set up to make it work this way. But theoretically, if we put a barn in, this system would also do cheese. It'll do duck stuff. The auto grabber would grab feathers. And rabbit's feet. Let's test what will happen if we put rabbit's feet in. I think they might just end up in the Junimo chest. I'm not sure. We shall test. Warp locations. It's 10 o'clock. Where are you going? Really? What is the... There. Who needs you, Marnie? All right. So we want to get a rabbit. Salbert. Get 4 rabbits. Sheepers? Sheppers? Sheepers. Betchy. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it would have worked like that in just the physical location is dictating the priority. But it's good to know. And Trony. Okay. Actually, while we're at this, just to see if we can clog this system up, we'll get some ducks as well. Shish! Wani. Oh, did Gumbus? I think Gumbus won the naming thing for the chickens. So. It's hard to beat Gumbus. Gotcha. I did like Jumbo, though. Jumbo the chicken. That worked for me. Pratsy. All right. Yeah, Jumbo was pretty good. All right, let's get some sleeping done here. We'll get our chickens or our ducks and our ducks and our rabbits to enjoy themselves here. Eat some bluegrass. All right, so here is the advantage of if you do have this mod. Like, I had my hay stored elsewhere. I got here, I didn't have it. I can just grab it and put stuff in. Really, if you think about it, I probably thought about this, but really this Chess Anywhere mod is like Junimo Chess on steroids, right? It's like super, like if Junimo Chess were unlimited space, really. So you could play it that way as well. You could say, you know what? I will have one chest that I can share across all the areas. And that'll be it. I can't access every chest. You know, you could put your own restrictions on things to try to level it out if you wanted to. All right. We'll let them eat a little bit because we want them to get all big and strong in their rabbity, ducky, chickeny goodness. There's still something special that triggers on the sleep and save. So we still have to manually do that to get some things to trigger. The cheat menus take care of everything else, but there's just something in the code back in that. Okay, that one should auto do it. That one's got the auto feeder. These do not. But we should have happy chickens because we did feed them that time. We haven't pet them a lot. Okay, and all this time, we should have been... Yeah, we've gotten 60 mayonnaise that has processed. Now, the thing on the rabbits might be here. I'm not sure if they're happy enough, and I don't know that I can cheat friendship them. Let's look. There's relationships, but I don't think anything cheaty with the animals. Skills, farm and fishing. Yeah, I don't see any cheaty make your animals love you. And I don't think there's an item to do that either, so... We'll see if we can get him to be adult and at least get one triggered in, because really what we want to test is it going to stick in the Junimo chest or will it pass it along? I don't think it'll pass it along. Is my gut. Okay, ducks are laying eggs now, so we have duck mayonnaise in the system. Rabbits are still babies. Now, no surprise, you know, again, there's enough slots here that, like, theoretically what would happen is, let's overload the auto grabber. Let's do this. Actually, let's do it with the cheese press. Okay, so if we go into coop 1, okay, what's going on in coop 1? I don't know where that milk ended up. Oh, I bet you it passed it onto the chest. Okay. So that's actually kind of good. Let's pull that out. So if it gets full... let me clean out some more of my inventory here. Okay, if we go to the auto grabber of coop 1, yeah, the Juno chest isn't overloading. So it's cranking through all that stuff. And it processed it and it passed the feathers and the feet onto the chest. So really the Junimo chests are like just a teleportation system. Stuff didn't get stuck there. Alright, so let's go insane here. Alright, there's our feathers. There's our extra eggs. There's our 6 of our feet. Okay, all the feet made it. So what happened is the auto grabbers fed the Junimo chests. The Junimo chests took all that in, put stuff in machines. Anything it couldn't put in a machine was overloaded. It just passed on to the normal chest. So the fact that there's only 9 slots here is never going to be an issue. Like, what I was worried about is, what if these got filled up with feathers and you couldn't, you know, if you had like a normal, a silver, a gold, an iridium, and then you had like a normal silver, gold, iridium, foot, and, you know, whatever, different things. But it's just passing the stuff into the system and dumping it into this chest, which means basically the Junimo chests are just teleporters. Okay. And then now it's processing out of this chest, right? Like if we pull all this stuff out, now it's not processing. Oh, okay. This is awesome. So this is a better setup for our automation that we didn't think about when we were playing with the Automate mod, because we were trying to get this kind of working, but the Junimo chest isn't something that I brought into the system, so. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get some natural duck feathers, but I think we've proven that this works. Okay, well, we got wool. Wool made it through the system, which is the same, right? So the wool didn't get stuck. It made it to the chest. Nothing on the ground. Nothing in the auto collector. Really, the only thing that it's not doing now, which would be dangerous to do anyway, is it's not auto-selling things for us. I don't think you'd want to set that up in the current way it works. Okay, let's turn back on. There we go. Alright, let's do one more sleep here. And everything should process for us. There we go. We heard it all click. Duck mayonnaise and mayonnaise. No wool or feathers, but I don't think they drop every day, so. Alright, this makes me excited. This is actually pretty cool. Let's see. We'll sell our mayo. Old school. That's a lot of milk. Let's sell our cheese as well. There we go. Alright, those animals have time to eat grass. 277,000. All right, we saw the end of the processing there. Yep, mayonnaise and duck mayonnaise. Again, no feet or feathers or wool, but that would come with time. I think it's a combination of our animals just aren't producing a ton yet, just because of their happiness. Here's what we should do. There we go. Yeah, we're still at 16. We're going to try to get one more in today. One more chicken rave in. Probably should have done this a long time ago. Then our animals would get happier, but that's okay. There we go. Let's get you some free pets, little animals. free pets for the night. Okay, let's make sure nothing should have gone up here. Nope. This is beautiful. I'm happier. Unfortunately, to get this to work, you're looking at a late game item. So until you get the Junimo chests, you still can access, like, again, I can go, let's get extreme here. Right, if I was out in the desert for whatever reason, right, I was getting ready to do my skull and I'm just finishing up my skull cavern run, and I'm like, oh, I completely forgot to get my eggs. The way I've got this set up is I could go into Coop 1, auto grabber, grab my eggs, Coop 2, auto grabber, grab my eggs, Deluxe Coop auto grabber, grab my eggs, milk or whatever. Then I could go to my farm. I could go to my Mayo machines. I could say, okay, go ahead and put the eggs and the milk in there. I click OK. I think that one's still hooked up. Maybe not. Let's go to Junimo Chest 1. Yeah, Mayo machines might not be hooked up anymore. There we go. We drop all those in. And now, there we go. Chest 1 did it. I could grab that stuff out. I could go to the shipping bin. I could sell it in the shipping bin. All from way, way far away. All right, Mayo machines might be the one that we actually separated when we were doing our tests. Yeah, I think that's this one. Yeah, so it wasn't... So notice when I put the stuff in here, it didn't trigger. Right? Because this is not... This is not in the system. Now, if I connected it in some way... Like, diagonal works. Bam. And now, this is the leftmost chest, so the stuff went back into here. So keep that in mind. Okay, so that is Chests Anywhere. I think we've covered everything. Let's do a quick overview. Again, that just shows the names of the chest. Do you want the shipping bin in your Chests Anywhere or not? That turns that on and off. If you want to be able to put your fertilizers and stuff on your sprinkler enrichers, you can turn that on. Add organized player items button, that makes it so you can do that to your inventory. This is probably the biggest setting. None makes it act basically like vanilla. This means you can do anything only within the most direct area. So the chest in your house, you can access all of the chests in your house, but nowhere else. The chest in the shed, you can access the chest in the shed, but nowhere else. The chests on the farm, you can access, but nowhere else. That still means you could access chests from across the farm, but it's a little more limited. The world area is the next step up above that. So basically, if you turn this one on, if you're on your farm anywhere, you could access the chests in the farm, the sheds, the house, the coops, and stuff like that. We must rave. And then all chests means you can access all chests anywhere in the entire game. There's no limitations there. If you want to turn it off so that once you go into the mines, you cannot access chests from inside the mines, you have that option to keep the mine runs a little more pure. Or if there's a certain location, let's say you wanted to add all of the, or you wanted to add the desert and the island locations, right? Ginger Island locations. You could do that here. You know, or maybe Pelican Town. You can't get stuff from inside Pelican Town, whatever. Separate those by commas. The rest of this stuff is just, you know, what you want to do. You know, default category, when you press the toggle UI button to show the chests in the category by default is set. Applies after reopen last chest. And then if you want to set some hotkeys and stuff like that, left, right, up, and down. are the ones that I use to navigate. So if you open this up and I press left and right, you can go through the different chests. If you press up and down, you can go through the different categories. So like if we go to the backwoods, there we go. Our cowboy hat is still in there. I think that's all of those settings. And then we did bring the automate mod in there at the end. We did a whole deep dive into just automate last week, so you can find the VOD of that stream. It's good. I really like it. There's a few features I wish it had, but by and large, it does everything I needed to do. Think of the automate mod as kind of like hoppers on steroids, whereas Chests Anywhere is kind of like Junimo chests on steroids. It's just expanding that functionality to almost a ridiculous level. All right. I'll hang for a second if anybody has any more questions or wants to see any other just general modding things. The other mods we have installed are just to make life easier. The cheats and the item spawners and stuff like that. That just makes it so that we have the stuff to work with while we're trying to do these tests and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and clean out my inventory. I think I'm going to use this as kind of my default save to do a lot of these tests on. So we'll go ahead and set some stuff up here. Things that we would normally have. There we go. I think we have our other tools in... Nope. I think they're in here. Alright, we should just ditch those. Yeah, it's fun to dig through, and I don't do a whole lot of... like I read what the mod authors have to say and things like that. But I don't go in and test a lot of this stuff ahead of time. This is just on the fly, figure it out as we go, run experiments, sell cheese. This save is going to be so funky. It's day 2. We made 1 million. That's a good day 2. First day we made 1 million gold. Okay, that's good. Now that I have saved, something to consider. Let's go into, because I'm not going to save what I'm about to do. But if we go back to tractor, we've got tractor cranked up. If we get crazy here, is it pickaxe? Yeah, break objects, break flooring. Oh, you can make it harvest machines. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, I think that will do it. Anything in the axe? Okay, let's try this. There we go. Oh, look what it's doing to the chests. Okay, now that's a rave I've got to get figured out. We got to build a chest rave. That has Joja written all over it right there. That's pretty funny. So it's basically just pickaxing the chests over and over and over again, and they're just bouncing back and forth. Okay, let's try something stupid here. What did I do with all my chests? This might not work. Actually, let's do it over here farther. I don't know what the numbers are on all these. I've got this fancy mod, and then now I'm manually putting stuff in chests. Yeah, that one's 12. They definitely didn't go in. That one's 3. They didn't go in an order. Oh, we should also be changing these to blue. This is probably not going to work, but... Oh, let's turn the Jojo Rave off for a second. There we go. Yeah, and the other save, the Joja save, we're going to have to start decorating the farm in Joja stuff. Okay, well, it's not centered on the screen either, but... Alright, let's see what happens. Can herd chests, evidently. Go back down, down, down. Okay, that is the weirdest thing I think I've seen in the game so far. Oh, these got away. Dude, where are you going? Go back over. Let's work that one back that way. Go down. There we go. Oh no, don't go away. Chest herding. Okay, that's just weird. That one moved over a little bit, I guess. Alright, let's... Actually, I'm not going to save this, so we're okay. That was not what I expected, though. That was pretty crazy. You buffered? It was something. That was something different. All right. We are going to make sure we don't save that. But here's something else I want to check real quick, because we made those changes, I believe. Okay, cool. Let's check now. Pickaxe. So this is something you want to be careful of, right? I think these save globally across multiple saves. So if you make changes to stuff here, be sure that you change it back before you go into another save. Otherwise, things could get a little crazy. Harvest mine spawns. Okay, we have to check that out. Can we tractor in the mines? Bathhouse, mutant bug lair. Really, you can't go. Oh, I bet you the mines is all the way at the top. The common places they put up here at the top. Yeah. Okay. That's broken. Not broken, but... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Now, this would only work if you can summon without garage. Right? Otherwise, there's no way for me to get the tractor here. Oops, I didn't save it, but... And I believe you can get the tractor to fight for you as well. Let's see. Blunt melee, dagger, and sword. Alright, let's grab our... We'll grab our infinity blade and our galaxy dagger. Okay, so with the dagger equipped, nothing. Oh, that's crazy. Take that. Blah. Oh, it's fighting the rock crab thing. Boom. Okay, that's just weird. Question. Looking for the G at the mod for everyone's likes, loves, but I am not sure. I have a question. Just looking at the mod for everyone's likes, loves, but I'm not fully sure. Is it one that I've been using? Let's see. Let me pop out. Is it one from my Joja that you've seen on my Joja, or is it one you saw today? Because if it's from my Joja run, we can pop over to that one. I can show you the mods that I have installed for that. Let me know. 17 likes. We're doing pretty good. We're 3 away. Taunting the chat. 18 likes. 2 more. 2 more and we'll get a final chicken raven for the day. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my Joja playthrough. Let me take a quick break because I've got to completely unload the game, reconfigure, and load back in. It's not hard. It just takes a little bit of time. So I'll take a quick break. I'll do that, and we'll take a look. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to go through all of the stuff I can think of, and you stop me if we get there. The first thing that isn't actually a mod is all of your friendships are listed here. So under the social tab, you can get to those. And if you click on an individual, it will give you, if you have given them a gift, it will give you the things that they like and things like that. So that's part of the normal game. And then you can go between different guys there. So that's the default. That's where all of the social interaction stuff is. It'll show you if you've given them a gift. You can give 2 gifts a week. And this will show daily if you've talked to them or not. So that's just in the escape key under the social tab. Now, if you're looking for what kind of gifts they would like, the only mod I think I have for that one on this setup is look up anything. Well, there's 2. There's NPC map locations. That doesn't do gifts though. Maybe UI info suite. I don't think it'll show birthdays. Right, it's showing that it's Sandy's birthday, but it's not showing the gifts. But the look up anything is this one. So I can look up Sandy and get this interface, which will tell me her birthday, how much friendship we have, the things that she loves, and things that she likes. This will also, if I have an item in my inventory, I can look up who likes it, who loves it, and stuff like that. So if we grab, let's just go into our gifts box here, right? I can go through my gifts and say, you know, hot peppers, here we go. You know, Lewis and Shane love that one. Elliot loves that one. Robin loves that one. Is any of those what you were thinking of or not? If not, I'll have to dig. I'm not 100% sure what else I might have had running in my cheater, because I do have some cheaty ones, but those are the ones from the Joja that I can think of that would have gifts. This one here, the last one. I know there's a delay. I have to wait for the delay to get a response, but yeah, if it's this one, this is a mod. This isn't part of the vanilla game. So I'll start talking about this, and if it's something different, let me know. This is a mod called Look Up Anything. So, you know, again, you can turn stuff on and off if you want. But the way you get to those is down here. You've got 2 sets of hotkeys that you can use. So F1 and left shift F1 are the ones that are set up. So the first one, if you hold down shift and F1, it'll bring up this. And then I can just type in like Sandy. And it's not just birthdays. This will look up anything, right? I can type in chicken decal, you know, and it'll tell me things. So that's shift and F1. Then the other one is if you have something pulled up in your inventory, if you hold your cursor over it and press the F1 key, that'll bring up this page. So look up anything is the mod, and then those are the hotkeys. Oops. That will get you there. Hopefully that helped. And honestly, I've never really looked at the neutrals, disliked, hated, unowned. Whether to highlight item gift tastes that haven't been revealed in the NPC profile. When enabled, unrevealed gift tastes will be bold. Yeah, let's turn that on. Let's see what that does. I don't know. Let's go back to Sandy. Okay. So it's showing you ones that maybe you wouldn't know yet. I don't know if that's all that useful. Anything else in there? Oh, what does it do if you turn it to full screen? Okay. I think I like the windowed version better. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the windowed version personally. But depending on the size of screen you're playing on, that might be very useful if the text is really small. Whether to map tiles, whether to show raw data useful for data miners, invalid recipes. Interesting. Can I F1 out here in the wild? I can. We can F1 over our cat. Thrive Cat, your loyal pet. Oh, 34 more points. We're actually... Oh, actually, no. We're 34 and then another heart. Petted today. There you go, buddy. 22 more points. What if we give you water? Will that do anything? What if we can hit the bowl? Alright, Thrive the cat. There we go. 12 love for the petting, 6 love for the water. It's one happy cat. Alright, any other questions before we start wrapping up here? We got to 18. 18 likes. Not sure if we're going to hit it. We don't have quite the number of people. Although 41 for this stream, actually, that's pretty good. We hit 80 yesterday. That was my biggest single stream. So thank you guys all for that. It was the biggest stream in numbers and concurrent. Also the biggest in watch time. So all of that is very much appreciated. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Okay, well, this is a preview of tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow, we are going to, I think... Yeah, Tuesday, that coop will get done. We probably won't catch Robin on Tuesday. We'll try. But probably Wednesday and Thursday. So by Friday, that coop will be done. Then we'll have all of these coops. And then we might start a coop to get to coop level 3 so that we can start doing rabbits. Because that's kind of our next thing for gifts. But really, this farm is about to kick into money making. So we're going to get infrastructure, start cranking up the farm animals and produce. We definitely have... Yeah, we have 1 day till our eggplants come in. What do we got in here? 1 or 2 days on this stuff, I think. Yeah, 1 and 2 days. So next week should have a lot of cranking stuff out and building infrastructure. And really, what we need is... let's check. Check the furnace. We got 1 ore. Oops. So we need 3 more bars, which means we need 14 more ore to get the boat. Just to kind of link this back to what today's stream was about. So this is my Chest Anywhere setup on this save, right? So you can see I've got in my farmhouse, I've just got different chests set up to store different things, right? So, you know, I've named them all, and they're all just in the farmhouse right now. And then I've got another one called Production, where I put all my production stuff. So eggs, mayo, coffee, my furnace stuff is in there. My lightning rods and batteries are there. That'll feed my silo. So if I put hay in there, it auto feeds into the silo for me. And then I can get to my shipping bin. So that's my current setup for this playthrough in a more legitimate way. But I have chosen to go full on, you know, I have all chests everywhere. just for the convenience. So the ones I'm looking at to maybe pair up with that, there's one called Convenient Inventory that I want to test out. I don't think Convenient Chess is compatible anymore. I'm going to have to look at that. But try to just make it so my inventory sorts a little easier. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and call it a day for today. I want to thank everybody for hanging with me. We did make it over to the Joja farm. We could do a little thrive raving. It's kind of weird that my border's the wrong color, but and in the spirit of giving the people what they want, we have a couple of people not feeling well, so we'll do a final chicken rave. We didn't make it to 20, but that's okay. I do appreciate everybody. Let's do big chicken rave. There we go, big chicken rave. I do appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. You know, if you certain mod or certain set of mods you want to see, let me know. I am considering trying to get a grouping of mods that I would put into the quality of life category and potentially going through a whole bunch of those. I don't have a ton though. The UI info suite is definitely quality of life. To do is probably quality of life. This one's borderline. This one's quality of life. These are a little more gameplay changing. That's quality of life. Yeah, maybe. I could do one on abilities, alarms, look up anything, NPC map locations to do in UI info suite. Those are I would all probably put in a quality of life convenience factor category. I don't think any of them is big enough to do a whole stream on. But if we did went through all of those, we could do a stream on that. That would actually work. Chicken rave, my friend, chicken rave. Oh, we gotta get big. Let's get dancing chicken in there. We'll get dancing chicken in first. And then back to chicken rave. There we go. But with that being said, I want to say again, thanks for everybody for the support. It does mean a lot. Thursday and Friday will be the last 2 weeks of fall for the Joja run. So we'll finish up fall and start planning for winter. I'm hoping, cross my fingers, I think we'll be on the island next week, which means we can start that journey. In the spirit of the RP of this playthrough, I think we are going to purchase 129 golden walnuts. I think you have to find one as part of the story to get it kicked off. But if I remember right, that unlocks the volcano, which means you can get to the Joja parrot. And once we get to the Joja parrot, we can start buying walnuts. We don't have to save up the whole it'll be 1.29 million to buy them all. But we should be able to get enough money saved up, hopefully by the end of fall, to buy the farm. And if we can get the farm started, then we can actually, start doing things with ancient fruit and stuff like that. I don't think on this save, though. I don't think we've gotten the ancient seed yet, have we? No, we haven't even found an ancient seed. So that's going to be our next thing. We need to find an ancient seed so we can get our first ancient fruit. But that'll be kind of the goal for fall and winter. We'll get that infrastructure set up and start making money with that. Which means we'll have to also greatly expand our keg production. Because these are not auto-completing like the other ones are. So, okay, let's go ahead and wrap up the chicken rave. We will say our goodbyes. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me. Hopefully you found that useful. Again, if there's a mod you want to see or mod you have a question about, feel free to throw it in the... Yeah, I think we're going to have to just start hunting for one in order to get that set up. Again, I don't need it yet. We still have to get to the island and stuff like that, but that's probably our next task, if you want to put it in that. But again, if there's something you want to see, drop it in the comments down below. Yeah, Dread, get to feeling better. I hope Debbie's feeling better. You know, it's always sucky to be sick, so. Okay, we will leave you like we always do. We are a believer in being part of positive gaming communities, and I thank you all for being a part of mine. Oh, hold on. Okay, thought I hit a wrong button there. Sorry. So thank you for being part of our Stardew community. We're building quite a fun little group here. But we will leave you like we always leave you. Be part of the game community in whatever capacity makes the most sense for you. Have a good night, Debbie. Hope you're feeling better. Good night, Lydia. See ya, Parker, Dread, Nancy. Victus already went to bed, but no, it's all good. No, it's all good. Lurking is fine. All right, so we'll leave you like we always do. Adara, have a good night. Adara, are you an F1 fan by chance? The Australian Formula 1 Grand Prix is in Australia this weekend. So go out there and watch, play, or create something great. Join and support the game community that makes the most sense for you. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll catch you guys all tomorrow for Joja Fall Week 3, Year 1. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you.